Hunting for golf balls is a delicate operation. It requires special equipment. I have my specialized bag, my gloves, my armor, and my ball grabber. That's the preferred equipment for golf ball hunting. Alright, so here we go. You know, hunting for golf balls requires some patience. They usually hide in places where golfers don't want to look. So you have to be willing to go deep into the tangle of poison ivy and tall milkweed and vines and stickers and briars and all that stuff. And if you're persistent enough and patient enough, you might find a ball every now and then. Sometimes the best way to find a golf ball is just to walk through some really tall grass, so tall that no one can possibly see any balls in it. And when you feel a golf ball through your foot, it feels like a round rock that you're stepping on. It seems out of place. Then you can kind of uncover it and see that there's a ball underneath. And there's a good find. That's 2 in a row I've just found using that method. Sometimes you can spot golf balls off in the distance. I see one now. I'm going to use my ball grabber to get it. There's the ball I've spotted, and I'm going to try to use my grabber to get it. Got it. Reeling it in. And it's in that little cup right there. You know, if I was out west, they'd call this a wash. A wash is like a dry bed stream. And sometimes your best golf ball searching can come by walking down a wash, because you can see up on the banks left and right for golf balls that have strayed, which is a good way to look for them. Just yesterday, this particular wash was at full flood stage. Just one thunderstorm can bring the water rushing down, so you really have to be on the lookout. When this area does flood and the wash overflows up onto the banks of the fairway right to my left, it can pop all the golf balls that are hiding in the brush up onto the golf course, and they flow down with the force of the water. And then when the water recedes, the golf balls stay up right on the grass. They're easy pickings. I call those lollipops. You know, it's hard to believe. When I was a kid, I used to spend endless hours walking up and down this path. It's almost 40 years ago. I'd find golf balls back then, 2 or 3 per trip. They'd just be hiding off in here somewhere. But right beside a road next to a fairway is a good place to look for golf balls. It's also a good place just to unwind. You can find all kinds of litter too, and learn all about the world. You find all kinds of scraps and you try to figure out, what was that person all about? Someone's dropped off a Dr. Pepper down there. Somebody's been to a local convenience store. Okay, I've now doubled back to my car. I'm about to take you to one of my most secret locations for finding golf balls. I'm not going to tell you exactly where this is, but I will tell you that I have to be super secretive. I need to make sure no one sees me. I need to make sure I creep out and across and back. All the while, I need to be especially careful of poison ivy, briars, and holes in the ground that will break my leg. You know, I generally like going out looking for golf balls in the mid to late afternoon, because I've discovered that not many people play in the heat of the sun. So right now, it's probably about 92 degrees. Pretty hot, humid, sticky, and I'm wearing all of my heavy clothes, my quilted jacket, gloves, long pants, the whole bit. And I'm trudging through this long grass to get to my secret spot. One thing I have to be careful of are snakes while I'm looking for golf balls. Okay, I'm in my honey hole, I guess you would call it, for golf ball hunting. I'm not going to tell you exactly where this is, but this particular area has a really tremendous balls per square inch ratio. I call that a BPI index. The BPI index for this hole is quite amazing. There are balls everywhere. From where I'm standing right now, I have an eyeball on 4 different golf balls just laying there ready to be picked up. I'll make that 5. I just saw another one. So that's 1, swing it over. I see one hiding over in the trees up there. That's 2. I see number 3. You get the idea. And number 4 is right at my feet. And number 4 is right down there. Here's one of the hazards of the profession. There's a ball sitting over there in the woods underneath a tree. If I look up and pan up, you'll see these beautiful leaves and berries on this tree, which is a poison ivy vine that has attached itself to a nice tree. So if I was going to get this ball, I have to be very careful. In fact, from this location I now see 2 balls that I need to get by diving into the poison ivy. What most people don't understand is that once you break through the barrier of tangled briars, brush, and grasses on the edge of a fairway, sometimes there's an understory that doesn't allow, it's so thick that it doesn't allow vegetation to grow. So you actually have a relatively easy passage through a narrow chute. Golf balls just lay in this area because the golfers don't want to go through the tall grasses and briars to get here. You know, the day is sneaking away from me. I found a lot of golf balls, but the course is starting to get more crowded, so I'm going to have to take radical maneuvers to get across to the other side of the course without being seen. I might be seen, but if I'm running fast enough, they won't catch me. I've kind of gotten trapped right here in this little grassy area. I need to cross over to the trees in the distance to make it back to my car. I have golfers all around me, but I'm camouflaged and hiding in a pine tree, so that you can't really see me. I'm going to wait for this next group, which is behind this hill, to hit. Once they pull off, I'm going to take off. Well, I made it back to the car. There's my haul for today's trip. You can kind of see it's not too bad. I've had better, but not too bad. I had to wait forever to get across the course. There were lots of golfers that were taking their sweet old time teeing off on that hole. But anyway, made it back safe and sound. Now I'm heading home.